Okay, remember to look up there.
You always look there too.
I know. You gotta remember to look up there.
แต่หนูไม่เคยใส่ชุดนี้ไปโบสถ์เลย
เพราะมันไม่ใช่ชุดไปโบสถ์ค่ะ
Okay. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. I don't know if you can hear us arguing with Evangeline about what she's going to wear today. But that seems to be a regular argument because she wants to wear a princess dress every day and wants to look as beautiful as possible at any given moment. So we end up struggling with her quite a bit with what she's wearing. But welcome to our live stream. It's June 7th. And we're just enjoying our life, I think, right?
Yeah.
I was a little hesitant, a little bit more hesitant than I wanted, I guess. How was your week?
Last week it was fine. It's good, but it's still something getting up like with the kid, you know, something happened, and we try to figure out stuff.
Yeah, we just keep trying to figure out everything that's going on with our kids, figure out all the ups and downs and all the ways that trauma affects them. We're trying to unravel the onion and really figure out what's going on, which isn't super easy. And if you know anybody who has a lot of trauma, it's quite fun to deal with. So we're just making our way through that and trying to figure out the best ways to help and the best ways that we can just really be there for the kids and help them to be seen. We got to keep remembering to look at the camera. The camera is up here, but the screen is right here.
I want to put it in the middle to make it easier.
And okay, let's try that. Let's see if we move it to the middle, maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll make it so you guys can hear us better. Come on, scoot forward a little bit. So if anybody can't hear us, make a comment or something, and maybe we'll be able to see it. Maybe we can. I don't even know how we're supposed to see the chat anyway, but yeah, if you can't hear us, say something, leave a comment, and tell us you can't hear us, and we'll work on it next time. Hopefully this is the first time that we'll be able to do this stream and nothing goes wrong. We think we figured it out, but only your comments will let us know if we did anything right or wrong. But yeah, so let's try this. This didn't work last time. As soon as we switched to this one last time, it stopped working. Let me move that out of my wife's face. There we go. Put that up there. And then we'll go right here. We'll look at the blog that I've been working on. And we're going to start with a miracle. This is probably one of the biggest miracles that
we've been praying for her for a long time.
Yeah, that we've been a part of. You know, a lot of people, you hear a lot of stories about people being raised from the dead, or you know, you can listen to missionaries who miraculously heal people and all kinds of stuff like that. And we don't really get the miracles where we're like laying hands on people and they're brought back to life or healthy or anything like that. But God has used us in a different way to where we're able to provide miracle drugs for people, for kids. And this little girl, her name is Fatima, and she's in Pakistan. And that drug in her hand costs about $30,000 a month, $20,000 to $30,000 a month, depending on where you buy it, how you buy it, all that stuff. But in America, it's about $25,000 a month. And the government in Pakistan finally approved this drug to be given to the Pakistani people, which is a huge miracle. Yeah. But for the last 5 years, they haven't.
Yeah.
And when we met Fatima, Her mom was messaging me on the cystic fibrosis groups and stuff, and just messaging me all the time. I need help, help me. My daughter's dying. And I was like, man, everybody's daughter's dying. My daughter's dying, you know. And it was like ignore. And she kept just blowing me up. And you know, my wife and I have a joint Facebook account, so my wife would see them. And one day she turned to me and she said, you know, you're being a real jerk, not messaging this lady, not talking to this lady. And I was like, you're right. And so I started.
Like 5 years ago when we were in the state the first time.
Yeah, that was. I remember where we were when you called me a jerk.
You know, at Albert house.
Yeah, at the house that we were living at, the house that I remodeled. Yeah. And she said, you're being a real jerk. And I thought about it and I was like, oh, my wife's right. I am being a jerk. I need to talk to this lady. And so I started talking to her, and after I started talking to her, we got 12 boxes of Trikafta in the mail. And, you know, then we kind of operate on the principle that when God blesses you, you're to use that blessing to bless other people. Genesis 12 with Abraham in Israel. And so we decided that we were going to take 2 of those 12 boxes, and we were basically going to tithe it to her and give it to her. And we did, and everything changed. You know, she went from just about to die to a life abundant. And
yeah,
she
I remember
went
before she had oxygen on 24/7. Yeah, from the picture that her mom sent out.
Yeah, she was on oxygen. She had bad bacteria in her lungs. Her lungs were looking horrible. We now know how to read lung X-rays pretty well, and
from eventually
just from experience. And
the doctor taught her how to.
Yeah, the doctor. They always tell you what you're looking for and everything. And so I've gotten better. I've had a lot of practice.
Did you take a shower, David? What a freak.
I've had a lot of practice looking at them, and now her lungs. I mean, it's a miracle. And you know, when her mom started messaging me, her mom was severely depressed.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, we were severely depressed as well. So it's easy to recognize when you're in a hole who else is in a hole. And yeah, so she was very depressed. She had lost her oldest daughter, her firstborn daughter, from cystic fibrosis because of doctor malpractice, I would say. But she was very adamant that she was not going to lose Fatima. And, you know, we just started praying, and God just worked miracles and got us this little box of miracle drugs. And it's really funny because even one time I made a post about this on Instagram, and I said, praise God, and somebody replied back, I think you mean praise science. And I was so mad. I was so mad somebody said that, and I was like, this mother, I'm gonna show him. And I started praying about it, like, God, what should I say to that, you know? And then I thought about it, and I replied back to the guy, and I said, you know, she asked science for this drug, and science said, you got to give me $30,000 a month for it. And she asked God for it, and God gave it to her for free. And the guy didn't say anything back, but that's just how it is with us. And this is her doctor in Pakistan, and another CF kid, I assume, who's getting Trikafta as well.
This is such a miracle. It's been so long that we've been like Trikafta to her.
Yeah.
Every time we got Trikafta, we tied to her and send it to Pakistan. I think every month.
Yeah, every month. I mean, we send it a few months at a time, and God's really blessed us and given us the miracle of being able. He's used us as a tool to literally save people's lives. We've been able to bring people from, I would say, literally weeks, if not days of death, to give them a life more abundant, you know. And that's all God. That's not us, because we do not have the ability to get Trikafta. Hey, you want to look at the camera now, or what?
I do. I look at it.
You're not looking at the camera. But
not either.
it's been a huge miracle for us to see her grow and just to see their family just really come out of depression. Just hey, งียบกัน
เบาๆลูกเบา
to bring them out of depression and bring her out of the hospital. She hasn't been to the hospital that much, and she was in the hospital all the time. And the practices in Pakistan are worse than they are in Thailand. And so we just praise God for that and continue to pray for their family. I'm constantly praying for them, witnessing to them, praying with them. When you witness to Muslims, you can say God. I realize this along the way is that you can say God and they'll say God too. But then when you say Jesus, they'll say Allah. And so, I constantly remind them that this is only because of Jesus. No other God, no other anything. So if you just continue to pray for Fatima and her family, that they would know the one and only true God. But that was a great thing that happened this week to get that approved. And here's a picture of Evangeline. This is the way that she has decided she's going to use the stairs now. She climbs up through there using those, and then she slides down. And then she slides down like that. It's a little dangerous, but I think it's good. I think it's good for her to be a little bit of a risk taker.
Not to me.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like a lot of it, but
Yep.
it's been good. I hope you guys can hear this still. It looks like the microphone's working this time. Maybe you can hear my chair every time I move. But yeah, we're a week away, or actually like 4 days away from my birthday, and I'll be turning 41.
You old, honey.
Yeah, but still not as old as this old maid.
Yeah, I'm the oldest one in this house.
Yeah, in most houses.
Hopefully, I'm still look young.
Yeah. I think you mean grandma. Then yeah, this week has been a good week. It's been a really slow week, or actually it hasn't been a slow week.
No, it's so many things. We have to took the kid to basketball like 3 times, and then English camp.
And it's been good, and there's only been a few days of crying.
No, but I mean like the schedule is still, it's not slow. I don't know what you talk about. I mean.
Yeah, it's fun though, and Evangeline can live like she doesn't have cystic fibrosis.
Praise the Lord.
All of our kids are growing, whether they want to or not, and our homeschool is going well.
อานาไปเช็ดผมเดี๋ยวนี้
Our homeschool is going well, and God is giving us the energy, He's given us the focus, and He's given us the ability to do everything that we need to do. And here's a picture. That's Wind right here. I'm a winner, and that's David right here, and it's Benson, and I can't remember his name, but we play basketball with all these kids, pretty often. Wind and David are just getting to know them, and on Sunday, I start out the week. I go and play basketball on Sundays with all the other missionaries of all the denominations and their kids and everything. And it's just been awesome. It's been so good to have community in Thailand, especially even outside of our denomination. It's been really awesome, and to meet just some awesome guys who want to play basketball and just love the fellowship and the competitiveness and everything that comes with it. It's really awesome, and I actually cherish that time. Without it, my wife says I go crazy. So it's just been really nice, and and having that connection, because a lot of these guys work at Grace International School, which is, if not the biggest, it's probably the best Christian school in Chiang Mai. And hey, And so with
Yes,
my connections to them, it's allowed my boys and our girls to be able to go to their camp. They're actually preparing for the season in this camp, weightlifting and kind of getting things down, kind of evaluating the players and everything. And so we've been able to get involved in that camp just because of my connection to these guys. And so I'm really happy about that. And on Sunday, I took the girls to go play, and they really enjoyed it.
You don't have the video of Sky Play?
What?
Video of Sky Play?
If you go check our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, you can see videos of that. I didn't include videos of that in here, I don't think. But I took them, and they were really excited. They made some friends, and they were just getting super stoked about it. And then Monday, we went out in front of the house, and we were practicing basketball.
Oh, I took the kid to the doctor too last week.
Yeah, but that wasn't on Monday. And but we took the kids out front after homeschool and played basketball with them and teaching them stuff. And then it just breaks down into rat ball, is what my coach in junior high used to call it. He used to call it rat ball, where you can't tell what's going on. It's just chaos. It's just a bunch of rats running around with a basketball in the middle, and not much is happening. And that was really fun, and they were getting excited for basketball camp on Wednesday, and just teaching them and encouraging them and coaching them a little bit. It was so much fun, teaching them how to set screens and how to be an effective basketball player when you're not that good at basketball. And then the little girls are all on roller skating through the game, and it really is a great time. And then Tuesday, the kids were just excited all day for going to basketball camp the next day, and just the anticipation of that it was palpable. Like, everybody wanted to go. And then Wednesday came, and we all had to wake up early. Sarah and Rachel had to go to the hospital to talk to the doctors.
We got we leave like 6, and we got there like 6:45.
Yeah,
and we get a number 9.
Yeah. And only the first 5 people can really see the doctor that day. But
no, if you walk in, but we have an appointment.
Oh, okay. And so she was able to see it. And then next week we have to take all the kids to the doctor. They all have to be evaluated, IQ tests, all that stuff for the IEPs that I've been putting together. But Rachel and Sarah woke up early to go there, and then Wynn and Sky and David, we woke up early and got in the car and went down to basketball camp. That started at 9, which meant we had to leave at like 7:30. Because our house now is a lot closer to the city than it used to be.
But it's still far.
But the road that we have to get out of the area we live,
it's narrow.
It's so horrible. It's the worst part of living here. Because it just
takes... If you
takes...
go by Metro, it might be...
There was construction.
Yeah, it's...
We got construction on one road, on 2 roads actually, so we can't get out there. And then the road that we should be able to take, there's like 3 schools on it, and it's just and it's 1 lane, two lanes, and so it's just super horrible. But we got in the car and we started driving down there, and just turning on music to get them pumped up. And yeah, we were listening to Truth Be Told by Matthew West and Hello, My Name Is by Matthew West a lot.
They love it.
Yeah, they really love that, and I love it. The song by Matthew West, Truth Be Told, just reminds me of all their coping techniques and coping mechanisms that they have. But when we got there, they all just fell into everything and made friends and had fun. And it was really funny because the coach, Nate, the guy who put it together, he put me in charge of the big kids, and so I'm drilling with them and playing with them and just having fun. And these kids are awesome too. Like, these are 15, 16, 17-year-old kids that love God. 2nd, 3rd generation missionary kids who love basketball. And it was really funny because there was only 5 of them, and one of them is a really big, slow kid, and I was like, oh, I can at least, we were doing suicides, and I was like, I can at least beat one of them. I could probably beat all of them, I think, is what I was thinking in my head. And doing like full court suicides. And I just forgot how old I was. And back in the day, I used to be in the top. I was top 10%, every time. And then we get out there, and I am the last person. I got beat by all of them.
They're young.
And I realized how unprepared for this I was. Yeah, so it was really funny. And then Coach Nate, the guy who is putting it together, he comes in and he's laughing. He's like, "Oh man!" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Oh, watching your boys lift weights is hilarious." And I was like, "What are they doing it? Are they doing it wrong?" He's like, "No, they're very motivated and they want to do it, but they just cannot do it right." It's really funny. And yeah, to give them a break though, like the exercises that he chose to do were for the older boys. And I tried to do one, and I can't remember what it's called, but you get on your knees and it's like the opposite of a sit-up. And what is it? Let me see, I got the thing right here. I guess he calls them upchuckies, but man, it was tough, and my hamstrings are still sore from that. And we just had a great time there, and it was awesome, and it was what we all enjoyed. And now Sarah's excited for Monday because she gets to go, and all the kids are excited to go again. And then on Thursday we did homeschool, and then we went and did outreach.
Thursday I went to took the girl to the doctor in the afternoon.
No,
that sorry, that was Wednesday.
That was Wednesday. And then so Thursday we went and did outreach. You gonna talk about this little boy here, honey?
We went to it's not slum, but it's just like some area that those kids.
It's a very low income area.
Yeah, that those kids, they don't have. I believe they don't have Thai ID.
Yeah, they're Shan people,
Yeah.
which is a hill tribe in Thailand where they.
But they work in like what do you say? They're construction worker or something like that.
In Thailand, construction is about construction might be equal or just right above a farmer.
About.
Yeah.
No, lower.
Oh, construction is lower than a farmer.
No, the thing is because I don't know actually, but whatever.
But they look at these people as nothing. They treat them like nothing. If they die, not a big deal. There's a lot of people who die in construction over here because they're not really looked at as people. And
I believe that sorry, you done?
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I went to the counselor. I went to
Look in the camera.
I know. I went to the counselor and see the psychologist. And then in the afternoon, just try to come back, and the traffic real bad, and try to go find some birthday gift for you and Esther, and then I have to hurry up and came back to the place.
What about that kid?
His name is Gone, I believe. He's a funny kid.
Gon's the other one.
I don't know.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, it is Gone. That is Gone. I'm wrong.
Yeah. And man, this kid, I don't know, he's always curse and say a bad word and all kind of stuff. Him and another boy, they always talk back to each other and bad word. And so, okay, now you sit with me, and I separate them, and that boy sit to another place. I just try to be friend and hang out, and even I try to share the story about, we read the story about Jesus stopped the storm.
Jesus calmed the storm.
Yeah. And then he said, I don't believe in Jesus. I said, okay, you know what? You'll see the miracle if it's the storm coming. And then another one that I separated said, who can calm the storm? And he said, Hi Yesu, which means Jesus in Thai,
Yeah.
Made me pretty happy that he actually listened to the story. But
Yeah.
this one is real hard. But I'm going to try to work with him.
Yeah, he reminds me of me when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think so.
You just want to fight. You just want to fight. You want to
Everything,
disrupt. You just
yeah.
want
Not
to
listening.
get in the middle of everything and draw attention to yourself and away from everything else. And
Yeah, but he's doing a little bit better. I think if we keep going every week, we can see something change.
Yeah, and so we're gonna start working with the family that we've been working with. They run the Salvation Army Church up here, and they have a bunch of boys. They match our family pretty well, actually, because they have boys who are about our boys' age, and then they have little girls that are our girls' age, and
Evangeline and Lily.
Yeah, and so they've been going there for a long time, and they invited us to go with them, and for us, it's like second home kind of thing, because like we're so used to doing that from when we were in Bangkok, that we go there and just trying to do some awesome stuff with them. We actually were talking to them about doing a basketball camp. They've already done one before, and so talking to them about doing that, and just really awesome stuff. And they're an awesome family that I think we can relate to a lot, because they adopt
all their kids.
Yeah, this is one of their boys, but they adopted them.
They're super nice kid. I don't know how they're.
They adopted their kids as babies.
Yes.
And so all their kids can't speak Thai, or they can a little bit.
Yeah.
But the parents can't, and so we really help by coming here where we can speak Thai and we can speak to these kids. And yes. So it's really fun to go there, and then we sang songs, told stories, and then we broke out into football, which Wind over here loves, and then hurt himself doing it.
Did you?
Yeah, he hurt his toe. He's got a big thing on that one, on that toe. And yeah, we just had a blast, and I was playing soccer with them, and when I play sports, I just like to talk the whole time. I don't know if I like playing the sports or talking more, and so I was just talking the whole time. And then there was some parents of the Thai kids. They really don't care about anything that's going on, but they're sitting out on the back of their truck smoking cigarettes, watching us play football, and the dude's just laughing at me the whole time, repeating everything that I'm saying and everything, and then laughing about it. And I was like, yeah. And it was really fun. And so we just had a great time there. And just pray for these kids. They're Shan kids in Chiang Mai. And just pray for them that God will really grab their hearts, and that we can really make an impact there.
Some of them might not be Shan kids, but it might be some.
Well, that's.
If I see
his name.
And I don't know, but from our friends.
And that day was really hard too, because I had to deal with so many kids crying that day. And here's a little video of Rachel just crying for fun, just crying as loud as she can. And it might not be that loud, but she's just crying.
Why did she cry?
Why didn't she cry? Because she did something wrong.
Yeah, she didn't want to admit it.
Yeah, she didn't want to talk about it. Her and Sarah were fighting because she didn't want to listen to Sarah when Sarah was telling her how to do the dishes. And so I had to deal with that and calm that down, and it's getting pretty normal. And that day Sarah was crying too. Wynn probably cried too, and just dealing with a lot of tears and a lot of pain, and just trying to figure it all out. And so just trying to be there for them and show them that I love them, and that even if they're mad, I still love them. Even if they don't like me, I still love them. And so it's been really good. And that was pretty much our week right there. And then I've been listening to the Bible Project. I love the podcast. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to it, but it's an amazing podcast. And this one, the Deuterocanon and the Apocrypha, what is it and what do these books mean? I was interested in this for a long time and didn't know really where to find an answer. When I bought a 1611 King James Bible, think the 500-year anniversary of the Martin Luther King Bible I bought, and it had the Apocrypha in the middle of it, and I was kind of confused and like, oh wow, I didn't expect that. And then I started reading it and was like, oh, I don't know what to think about this. And then with Champu, she married a Roman Catholic, and talking to him about everything, I felt like I needed to understand what it was, and so I started studying and reading it a little bit more. And then right after that, Wes Huff started putting out videos about it, and then the Bible Project is doing a series on how the Bible was formed. And so I've been looking at that and listening to that, and it's been super informative trying to understand that. So if you guys have any questions about that, I would definitely recommend the Bible Project. The scholarly aspect that they take from it, and then it's a Bible scholar and a regular guy talking to each other, trying to understand. And this guy's been doing it for 10-15 years now, so he's either just regular guys, a little bit above where most people are, but it's still really awesome to do. And then we've been listening to a lot of Matthew West lately. I know Hello My Child, or Hello My Name Is, and that was like all I really listened to, and I like that song. And then so I started listening to it a little bit more when I was looking for something that I hadn't heard. And this song, Truth Be Told, is just really awesome. And it really talks about how we cope with stuff, and just saying everything's all right when it's not, and if we really told the truth, what would it look like? And so yeah, I really like that. Let me add this. So with our prayers, continue to pray for Sam's tuition. You can donate on Zeppi. If you want to donate any other way, you can get a hold of us. We think we found somebody who's going to pay for it, but we're not 100% sure. We haven't got a commitment yet, but we think someone. Oh, didn't mean to show the names. We think we found someone who is going to pay for it, but there's no commitment yet.
Now,
so
David.
we can't guarantee that it's going to be paid for, and we're pretty sure that we're going to have to pay for this semester. And so that's I think the total that we have there is $19,356. That's the rest of the 3 years. And then so we have that we're looking for. So pray that God will provide that, and then pray for all the evaluations that we have to take the kids to next week. And then we're still waiting for the bank approval for a business bank account, even though it's only going to be in my wife's name, but with the bank's name on it, we need it. And so we're still waiting and praying for that. And we're in the middle of all our taxes. We filed an extension, and we're working with our accountant to try and figure all that stuff out and get everything in order. So if you're 990 in us and all that stuff, or looking at the 990 finder, it's not updated yet because we filed an extension. And then Rachel and Evangeline are constantly fighting.
The kid at the doctor told me that it's how Rachel take care of Evangeline. That way she can have mercy, and like she said metta in Thai, which means mercy on others. That I would try that, like have Rachel real take care, not only.
Well, that would be really interesting if Evangeline will let her. Evangeline is very.
She is your daughter.
She is a leader, and she wants everyone to know that. And then so pray for Fatima and the kids at the Shan camp that we've been doing outreach, that they would know God. We really want all these people that we're giving medicine to or giving vests to know God. And we want these kids that we're witnessing to know God as well as as well as our kids. So just pray for all of our kids, and our kids are going to their first youth group this Sunday, which is awesome.
Because we've been praying for them for our.
Because these kids that I play basketball with that love God, I started asking them, you know, like, when did God become yours? What did your parents do that enabled you and all this stuff? And the one thing that they keep saying is not that their parents like said, read your Bible, you know, and like said all these things that they had to do.
That we did before.
Yeah, we've been there, we've done it, you know, like. Cause
we make our kids read. They still read the Bible.
Our kids read their Bible every morning. We have them read 30 minutes every morning.
Yeah, but we not like put so much through like before.
Yeah, we haven't. Hey, read your Bible. What are you reading? Stop looking around, you know, and just like, you know what, between them and God.
We know that.
And you know, they tell me like, oh, it was like we had family worships, but we, you know, it wasn't like, you know, like taskmaster or anything. It was giving them the freedom to find it on their own. And the one kid that really made an impact on me, his brother.
I need to go to the bathroom.
His brother, because he actually died when we were back in the States. And when I talked to his brother, because that kid really made an impact on me, Joe Crane. I talked to his brother and I said, like, because his brother is, I mean, both these kids are like stand-up dudes. Like, I mean, like, I pray that my kids will be like them, that my boys will be leaders like them. And I asked the older brother, because the younger brother died, and I was actually closer to the younger brother, and he was just an awesome kid. And I said, like, what did your parents do? Like, how did they get you to love God? And he was like, well, you know, they let me make my own mistakes. And when I made a mistake or I needed advice, they would always point me to the Bible and point me to God. And so that really made an impact. And all the other, you know, teens that I've seen, that I play basketball with, who really love God and grew up in missionary families and all this stuff. Because trust me, you can tell by playing basketball with these kids which ones really love God and which ones are just in church because their family wants them to be there. And so it's just been really awesome to be able to talk to these kids and connect with them and hear that, like, they have the freedom to make mistakes. They have the freedom to believe what they want to believe, but their parents are always pointing them back to God. And I also noticed that they have a group.
It's in that gene too.
Well, they have a group of friends who love God too, and you know, besides our house, like, we don't have that for our kids.
So that's why.
And so we've been looking for youth groups and things like that to help our kids find friends who love God. And they're going to their first one tomorrow. So we're excited about that. And then an answer to prayer, a huge answer to prayer, is my wife finding joy in her work. And so much joy. And, you know, just being able to relax and not living at such a high stress level that she's been at for so long.
I come to a realization that, man, I cannot do this if I'm not, what do you say, I would say happy or having joy. If I'm not learned to relax, you know, I mean, I need to be more relaxed.
And she's doing a good job at it. And
try to keep working, exercise, work out when I need to, because I can't be here 24/7. I feel like going insane.
Yeah. And
I think exercise very, very got me lately.
Yeah, it's super important. And it's just been really nice to see the shift in mentality in my wife. And then Pakistan getting Trikafta is a huge answer to prayer for us. And then our needs. We have a few more needs here that I didn't write down, but I'll put this one on here. We need a permanent home. We need to be able to have money to build or buy. We're trying to work with the bank to figure out how we can do it. We need to work with our accountant to figure out how we can do it too, how we can move money around to really make it look like we have some money when we don't. And then we also need money to put the kids into camps. Luckily, they're in one right now that's free. but we really see the value in being able to get them out of the house and kind of away
Because they do
from.
homeschool, so they need to get out.
Yeah, and they're able to make friends. They're able to witness the other kids. They're able to do some, to do awesome stuff. Um, we also opened. If you go to our website and click on store, I hope it works. Yeah, we made some shirts, and blankets, and cups and stuff. And like this one, I made this one. It says $120. But if you buy this shirt, this will allow. We'll say Sky really wants to go to volleyball camp. We have no idea about volleyball camp. I know nothing about volleyball or volleyball camp. But if you buy this shirt, not only will you get a shirt, but then you're allowing her to be able to go to volleyball camp. There's a few of those in there. But then there's just, if you want to support us, I think I put all these at 45%, 45% profit for us. So that means that, like this, $20, that means we basically get about $10 from this. But not only that, you get something for helping us, and we really appreciate it. We're gonna start having the kids design some stuff on here and everything. And so just keep an eye on that. And if you're interested in helping, if you're interested in just doing anything, just helping us, you can come here, you can buy a cup, and we'll get, $7-8 from the cup, $10-15 from a shirt, stuff like that. So another way to support us. We also need advice on how to make our online presence more successful. We're posting a lot more. If any of you guys have noticed, if you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that, it's really a help to us. Then we also need volunteers. You can go to our website and click on volunteer, and right here there's a little bit of information so that we can contact you and we can talk more about what it is that you can do for us, and not really for us, but for the kids. Even with Sam back here helping with us, and I don't think we said anything about that. We said it last week, but there wasn't any sound, so nobody really heard it. But Sam came back from college on his break, and he's helping us. Oh, and here's another thing that we need to pray for too. My good friend, I was the best man at his wedding in December. The Asia Pacific University, which is the Adventist University in Thailand, is having a huge water crisis. They ignored the problems for too long, and there's no water at the school, and now everyone's mad, and the city will not give water to the school, and so there's no plan. So we're really worried about what's going to happen, if they're going to be able to continue having a school there, or if the school...
They have to figure out.
Yeah, they got to figure out their water plan, but my buddy, who is one of the kids there, or he's one of the teachers there, he said there's no plan in place, that even he's mad. They're not doing their due diligence, they're not doing everything that's necessary. They've known about this problem for a while, and they're not taking care of it. So just pray for APIU because of the water crisis that's there. And school's out right now, but when school's...
It's still summer school.
Yeah, it's still summer school. When school starts, it's going to be really bad if they don't figure out something. And then volunteer, we need a volunteer. We need English, we need music. If you can teach music or English, ukulele, guitar, we got a violin too. If you can teach violin, we would really love you. So yeah, just let us know if there's anything that you can do, any way that you can help us. We can work something out. So mostly looking for women. We don't really trust men. Sorry guys, but
yeah, but if men, like, they have to stay outside, not here.
yeah, it's still really hard.
Women.
We need women, older women, younger women. We trust women with our kids, but it's really hard to trust dudes. Sorry, dudes. I think you get it though.
We
you
do.
get it though.
I mean, if we here, we can have men. But
Yeah, if we're here, but a lot of times we have to go and do stuff, and that's what makes it really
always
hard.
go for
So, yeah, guys, we really appreciate you sticking through this and listening to us. And if you made it this far, and it looks like one person is viewing it, I think it says concurrent views. I have no idea what that means, but love you. We appreciate it. Thank you. God bless. Goodbye.
Bye.